Word. So I want you guys at home to do this exercise. I wish I had a whiteboard to show you, but we're gonna use a blank sheet of paper. When I get the whiteboard, I'll be able to show more clearly. For now, we'll just use a piece of paper. The reason why I want you guys to do this activity is because in order to add a new habit, you have to replace it with an old one. There's only 24 hours in a day. You have to understand that you can't keep adding new habits onto the old habits because we literally don't have that much time in a day. It's literally 24 hours. We sleep for 6 to 8 of those. We have 16 to 18 left over. We work for 8 to 10. We have 6 to 8 left over. You have to understand and really use your time wisely. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start on a blank sheet of paper, right? You're gonna write your name in the middle. I'll put Jaden and you're gonna box it just like this. We're gonna do an example of what your day looks like on a work day, not an off day. So, because we're trying to find more time to fill in those new habits, correct? I'll put wake up 6:30, just like that at the top. Wake up 6:30. I go to the gym, I get home 8:15. Between 8:15 and 9 o'clock, I usually eat breakfast and I shower. Work is from 9:20 to 7:50. So it should look something like this. Obviously, me and you are different people, so these will probably be different. The time frames will be different. Just put your schedule on this sheet of paper. I wake up at 6:30 a.m. I get to the gym around 7. I work out for about an hour. I get back home at around 8:15. From 8:15 to 9 o'clock, I shower real quick. For breakfast, I make a protein shake, and I can get all that done in 45 minutes. Obviously, I'm still cleanly. I use lotion and deodorant. Yes, we make time to brush teeth and all that shit. After that, I have work, clock in 9:20, clock out around 7:50 every day. So 10 and a half hour shifts. By the time I get home from work, it's 8:15. And then put what time you go to sleep. Write your day out, however many you need. It could be more legs than me, less legs. If you just wake up and then go back to sleep and then eat and then shit and then go back to sleep or play the game, whatever the fuck. And the reason why we're making this is because people feel like they don't have time. And I'm gonna show you that you do have time. After I'm done with my normal work day, I have 3 hours and 45 minutes of free time, not including if I make dinner. So if I make dinner, add another hour to that. So 2 hours and 45 minutes each work day. How am I using that time? Most people scroll, watch YouTube, put on Netflix, chill with their significant other. Most people just bullshit. You have to understand that if you want to implement a new habit into your life, a more productive habit, a habit that's gonna put money into your pocket, you have to replace something in this diagram for that new habit. Editing, do YouTube videos, whether it's fucking rap, cooking videos, go back to school, whatever you want, write it down here. You're gonna have to replace the things up here with the things down here. You can't just keep adding things you wanna do into your schedule because your schedule's booked, your schedule's full. Like I said, I only have 2 hours and 45 minutes, if that, a day that I can put towards making YouTube videos, making content for y'all like this. Obviously, you can't replace waking up. Niggas gotta sleep at some point, like, get real. If the gym is a part of your lifestyle, you can't replace the gym. Keep the gym in there, that's important. Obviously, wake up, gym, keep in there. Work is for bills. You can't not just work. You gotta pay bills, so you gotta go to work. So other than wake up, gym, and go to work, you have to find something to replace in order to get the side business going, in order to get more money in your pocket. So if me and you start at the same starting point, how is it that one could surpass the other when it comes to money making, growing their body into a strong physique, getting smarter when it comes to learning, when it comes to overall achieving anything and just having growth? How can one person have more growth than the other person? Because every day they're working incrementally towards being the better version and the highest version of themselves. If you scroll on your phone 2 hours a day on Instagram and you're only consuming content, you're not producing content, that's 2 hours wasted a day. That's 14 hours a week scrolling on your phone, viewing what other people have going on in their lives. It's not benefiting your life. While you are wasting your time watching them, they're making money because they're the ones producing the content. If you're gonna be on social media, start producing content. Don't consume it. That's really important. Each moment of the day where you pick up your phone or where you find yourself watching a YouTube video or you find yourself watching Netflix after a long day, those times have to be replaced with the productive habits. If they're not replaced with productive habits, you're gonna stay in the same situation you're in. Doing the same thing, expecting a different result is insanity. If I don't wanna be at Amazon anymore and I wake up every day working Amazon 10-hour shifts, coming home and doing no side business, no side hustle, no furthering my education, no trying to put myself in a better position, I'm always going to be at Amazon. And that Goes for any job, any person out there. You have to work towards what you want to get to, and you have to find time for it, because there is time for it. Other people who have money have found time for it, so obviously you can too. I work 10, 11-hour shifts and I still make time to do these videos. I still make time to post content. I still make time to edit videos. It's all time consuming, but it matters what you do every day. You have to replace certain habits with more productive ones if you want to get to a higher position in life. You can't do it going to work and thinking working 8 to 10 hours is enough, because it's not. You think 5 days a week, 8 hours a day is hard work? There's too many people working 12 plus hours a day. You'll never get ahead of them. Working your job, get your bills paid, and that's it. It'll keep you in the same loop forever. There is no work-life balance. If you want to break out of that cycle, you have to clock in after you clock out. You have to clock into your side hustle as soon as you clock out of the work that gets your bills paid. It's a lot of work and it takes a while, but you have to understand that if you don't clock in after you clock out of your 9 to 5, you're always going to be at your 9 to 5. This activity that I showed you, this is a perfect example to see where you have time. You'll see time in here, even if it's just an hour. And that's the whole point. Even if you only have an hour left, you have to start replacing less productive things with more productive things. Do this activity and see where you have time to fit in those new habits. If you don't have any extra time, you have to replace things on your schedule. Some people after work, they just want to chill. They just want to come home and relax. They had a long day and that's cool. What I'm telling y'all is, after you clock out, that's when the real work starts. Because if you clock out and chill like you've been doing, guess what next week gonna be? More clock out and chill. You think somebody's just gonna magically come down and give you something? Place an opportunity in your lap? That's not gonna happen. Who you waiting on? It hasn't clicked already. We getting old, especially the people I went to school with, man, we getting old. 24 about to be 25. Obviously what you've been doing, not working, because you still in the same spot. If it was working, you wouldn't be where you is right now, would you? Now we saying, damn, we already 24. Damn, I gotta lock in. I'm getting old. I still ain't got no type of money. You shouldn't even have off days. Yo, I'm in my 20s though. I want to have a social life. I want to go out. I want to party. I want to drink. I still want to be able to see my friends. Now I can't watch Love Island, Netflix with my girlfriend. Now I can't do this. Is what I'm saying though. This shit takes sacrifice. Habits have to be replaced. If you don't replace the unproductive habits with productive ones, you're not going to make it. I don't know how else I could put it. I don't know how clearer I can get. It's that simple.